Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Arthenex Plays The Curious Expedition. So, I actually don't know a whole bunch about this game. It caught my eye. It just came out of early access on Steam, and it looked very similar to a game that I had a lot of fun with last year called Renowned Explorers. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you may remember that I did quite a long series on that game, and I had a lot of fun. And I'm curious to see, if you'll pardon the unintentional pun, I'm curious to see just what this game brings to the table. It looks somewhat similar to Renowned Explorers, although less of a tactical battle map game and more of kind of the event-driven exploration part of Renowned Explorers, with less of the tactical battle map. And the combat in this game seems to be a little bit more extracted. I played through the tutorial, but I have not played anything else, and I haven't watched any videos, so this is more or less a blind playthrough of this game. It's a roguelike, so we may wind up dying quite quickly. It would not surprise me. But hopefully we will get at least enough of a playthrough that it's you guys can check out the game, and I can see how much of a series I want to do on this. If if I want to do a number of videos on it or what. Supposedly, in its complete game is 6 expeditions, and it's supposed to take a couple hours. So we probably won't play through an entire game. Of course, we may die in the first expedition, and then that will cut that short. But we'll see how it goes. So. I'm going to go ahead and hit new game here. We've got our choice of 3 different explorers. These are going to be our kind of leaders, the leaders of our expedition. We got Charles Darwin, of course, famous author of the book on the origin of species. We have Richard Francis Burton, a English explorer, heroic adventurer with an excellent knowledge of languages and cultures. I admit I'm not super familiar with him historically. And we got Marie Curie, conducted pioneering research on radioactivity. First woman to win a Nobel Prize. I believe she died of, like, leukemia or something horrible after doing some unfortunate experiments with radium. But, let's see. Looks like they have different expedition members. We have a Scottish soldier, a Persian translator, and a donkey on this expedition. On this one, we have a British soldier and a native scout. And on this one, looks like we're bringing rope and torches and some spears. This one we have whiskey and a shotgun and some machetes. And here we have chocolate, torches, first aid kits, extra bullets, and climbing gear. Interesting. She looks like she's ready to maybe explore the mountains. He's just got a bunch of rope. And he's got a bunch of weapons and some machetes, maybe for going into the jungle. Let's do Richard Francis Burton. I don't know much about him, but whatever. I'm going to choose him. So we'll hit continue here. Welcome back to the Explorers Club, old friend. Have you heard that we are building a statue to honor our most famous member? Word is that you have a good chance of seeing your likeness on that statue. However, I am afraid to tell you that you are not the only candidate. You and your rivals have 6 expeditions to prove who is the most famous explorer within our club. Now go explore. Adventure awaits. Alright, so these must be our rivals over here. We got Dion Fortune, Isabella Bird, Johann... what is that? Huizinga? Johann Huizinga? And Alistair Crowley. Alright. Okay, so we have 3 different difficulty levels. We got Tourist Trip, Expedition, and Certain Death. This is my first ever playthrough. We won't do Certain Death. We'll just do Expedition. Alright. So we can't... it looks like we can't choose any expedition, any site where somebody else has already gone. So we have exactly one... oh no, can we... I guess that was our only option. After being too excited to sleep, I stored my equipment on the ship. The captain had yet to arrive, so I sat on the pier and waited. Brother Alexander, a missionary, approached me this morning. He had plans to visit abroad and requested that we escort him to a nearby native village upon reaching our destination in order to spread the word of God. Alright, so we can bring him... And I see his stats. He's got strong mind and spiritual solidarity. Allows to rest for free in missions. He can carry 1 piece of equipment. He has 4 toughness. And these are his dice. Looks like a lot of defensive dice. Okay. So we can choose to bring him with us or not. Sure. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't accept a missionary. I accepted, since I would gladly promote and help spread the word of God. I rejoiced as the ship was prepared to leave the harbor. So, looks like we're leaving, presumably, London. There's our native scout. He's got some defensive capabilities. 2 health. Let's see, what are his special abilities? Geography and scouting. Okay, we've got Private Bartholomew Yeo. He's got some offensive capabilities. Looks like toughness, combat spirit 1, sanity gained from fighting. Sexist is prejudiced against people of the opposite sex. Okay, doesn't like women. All right. Then we have our adventurer. We have lots of offensive dice, mostly. Looks like we got 2 capacity. We have polygot, which allows us to rest in native villages without standing costs and increases gained sanity. Okay. So we like communicating with the natives, and we're currently escorting a missionary. And then we have Brother Alexander, who we already looked at. All right. We are also bringing along with us some whiskey. Never a bad idea. Some torches. Sure. Some rope. Alright, always handy. And 3 spears. Will grant an additional combat die in combat. Let's set sail. So it's going to procedurally generate a world for us. And if the tutorial is to be believed, our goal is to find the mysterious pyramid. Like the golden pyramid. And we're going to keep exploring around and visiting different sites on the map. You made a mistake? What kind of attitude is that? In the thick mist of a rainy morning, we reached the land of our imminent adventure. I knew this place held something special for us. So, what if I choose refill water? I made sure to bring some additional water rations from our vessel's stocks. Careful preparation would be crucial to our trek. However, if the society statue was to be mine, we needed to strike out in haste. So, okay, we have 10 water. I don't think we have to worry actually too much about water on this expedition. Access ship storage. We can probably leave some stuff on the ship if we want to, but I don't think we want to. I think we want to begin our expedition. Brother Alexander had marked the location of the village he was inclined to reach on our map. Okay, so here we have... I don't know what those noises were. Here we have our map. We have some islands off the coast. And you can see as I mouse over the different hexes here, the number is the number of sanity it's going to cost us to go to that destination. It will automatically choose the lowest sanity cost route. And you can see it has, you have a base, I think you have a base cost of 5 just for moving at all. And then the different terrain types give you different sanity reductions. Like moving through the plains, each hex of plains you move through costs you 1 sanity. Each hex of swamp costs 4 sanity. 4 sanity. And each hex of thick forest, thick jungle, costs 4 or 5 sanity. A bunch of sanity. So, and then you can see here's the native village that we're supposed to escort our missionary to, and there's question marks on the map. The question marks represent sites that we can visit and interact with. And there's also enemies that will occasionally appear on this map as well. So what's going to be, we have to get next to something before we can interact with us. So it costs us 18 sanity to move to here. Or we could move here for 12, which is obviously a lot cheaper. But we also want to get down here. We can't move through the mountains at all. So It might be, let's see. It looks like this is going to be the most economical way to get to the southern side of this question mark. We might as well investigate this question mark on the way to the native village. Over here we have the compass. This points the way to our eventual destination. If we manage to visit all the question marks on this map, then we'll get a promotion from one of our soldiers. And here, days to arrive 100. How close your rivals are to reaching their expedition goal. If you reach your destination before any rival, you gain a race bonus for coming home early, so we can get a bonus. Abort expedition using a hot air balloon. You need at least two people to set up the balloon. The balloon only has limited space. And then we can look at the game settings. So the pyramid is somewhere to the southeast, which I guess makes sense. Presumably this darker area means that this current map is only these two kind of larger tiles. We can't go down here. All right, let's head to this shallow river and we'll check out this question mark. So we're going to click here. We're going to hit travel. All right, so we have interesting. Presumably by pushing the map back, we revealed some exploration points. All right, we have a hut, a shaman hut. Sure, enter the shaman hut. We entered an unusual-looking hut. It was dark and damp inside, with all sorts of dried herbs and other particular things hanging from the wall. A native shaman approached us with an absent stare as he chewed on some leaves. We can ask for cleansing, we can trade, or we can leave. Let's trade. As time was moving slower for him, the shaman got out a box and presented his wares. So, we can... Alright, water is apparently useless. We can buy a tome page of mountain creation. So, we could presumably buy a mountain. We could, like, use it to create a mountain. Tome of effortless movement. Tome page of dry lands. Remove oceans, extended vision. Okay, that seems kind of useful. Purple mushrooms. Alright, maybe gives us a sanity improvement. I don't know what happens when we get to 0 sanity, but presumably bad things. Can heal. Mushrooms. We don't really have anything to trade this guy unless we want to trade him like our rope. Voodoo doll. Interesting. Horn flute. What? Right, what if we... Torches actually are fairly valuable. So what if we put that up there? We could trade 2 torches for one of these mushrooms. We could also get some standing, which means he'll like us more if we just give him the torch. We could trade a torch for a horn flute. We have limited inventory slots, though. Nine rope. Alright, I don't think I'm going to trade with him. I don't know the value of any of these things. We did not come to an agreement with the shaman. Ask for cleansing. Sure. All kinds of mental demons. Okay, so if we give him this much value of stuff, then he will presumably restore a bunch of our sanity. Alright, so I think we'll just leave. That was interesting. Alright, so now we have to move down here. Really like the idea of trekking through the jungle, but I don't think we have much of a choice. So, yeah, we will travel to here. And enter the village. Today we reached a village. This group was a sight to behold, a group of skilled scouts. The villagers observed us with curiosity as our trek arrived at their settlement. We move freely about the village and considers our options with these people. The natives observed us with caution. They were polite and offered us what they could. I recognized the language of the natives and soon was able to communicate. Alright, so let's deliver the missionary. We accompanied the missionary to the village chief, who was a compulsive talker who told us about the preeminent landmarks to see in the vicinity, including a holy shrine, which he marked on our map. So we can go loot that shrine and make these guys mad at us and potentially trigger a curse, but get a bunch of awesome artifacts. Our time with the village natives was a delight, and they remained friendly and offered us more help. We can rest and recover some sanity. We can recruit. We can trade. Let's see. What do they have? Rope, red berries, blue mushroom, horn flutes, golden vase. Ooh. That's pretty valuable. A red mushroom and some jewels. Value 10. Again, we don't really have very much. I wouldn't mind recruiting another person here. Maybe if we give them... If we're going to explore the shrine, we might need our torches. What if we just go to recruit? I spat down and spoke to the natives to find out if some of them were willing to seek fame and glory. Soon enough, I found a group of would-be Trek members and needed to decide who to recruit. Okay, awesome. So we can get a scout, animal handler. What can he do? Increase inventory size for all pack animals. We don't have any pack animals. So we can get another native scout. We already have. He can, or oh, I guess that's a girl. She can carry 2 things, so that might be helpful. Or animal handlers that can carry 1 thing. This might cause a problem with the soldier, the sexist soldier in our party. But sure, I'm going to take another scout. Felt more welcome. The villagers were seemingly excited in our presence. Okay, let's let's rest. As darkness fell, the natives lit a campfire and invited us to sit down with them. Filidufika approached me hesitantly. He had fallen in love with the elderly chief's son. He begged me to smuggle his lover out of the village this very night. Alright. Would put our party at considerable risk, but I agreed. We went to sleep early and deliberately woke when the night was at its darkest, and then we snuck out of the village. So we got 2 new natives, a native scout and a native animal handler. Okay. So she's a local, but he is not, actually. So we might get to keep him after the expedition. Alright, we found... So this must be the holy shrine they were talking about. Looks like because we did that event, we didn't get any sanity back for resting in the village. Alright, well let's go ahead and head up to this other question mark up here. It's going to cost us a lot of sanity, but I'm going to do it anyway. Cross the river, then mostly through open plains, and we found what? A stone statue. Ooh, and here we have angry natives. Aggroed for 10 days. Yeah, well, we've smuggled them out of the village, so now we have natives mad at us. I inspected the mysterious, more than 3-meter high granite figurine. The uncannily crafted eyes seemed to stare at us. It was a disconcerting sight, and I desired to move on. I noticed some items by the statue which must have been put there by people from a nearby village, presumably in an attempt to appease the gods. So, if we take these, it might make them mad with us, but I'm going to take them anyway. We took what we could use from the offerings, -2 standing. Alright, so now they're even madder at us. But that's okay. Mountain face sculpture. Interesting. There's no way to get there without going through a lot of nasty jungle, though. See what the radius of these dry lands. Group of strangely arranged sticks. Apparently there's butterflies there. Alright, let's move to here for now. Oh yeah, we can see the radius of these guys as they're chasing us. Okay, so there's butterflies there. Alright, I guess we'll go here. Maybe we should drink some whiskey. Alcoholic. You are now an alcoholic, has a bad drinking habit, and will lose loyalty if not continually supplied with alcohol. That's unfortunate. Use to refill some sanity. Let's do another one. Private Bartholomew could not shake the feeling that the walls were closing in on him. He is now claustrophobic. Fears being in enclosed or small spaces. Okay. Alright, well, we're back up to 81 sanity. New region discovered. So I think we can level somebody up now. Can't level you up, but yeah, we can level you up. So you can gain Combat Spirit 2. You'll gain Scouting 2. But you're the alcoholic. You will gain Scouting 2. And you'll gain Animal Capacity 2. Alright, let's level up Private Bartholomew. Get Combat Spirit. Get his Combat Spirit up. Experiment is paramount. I agree. Okay. We got a collection of butterflies. Item does not consume weight capacity. Interesting. Maybe it's value 0. I wonder if it's actually worth anything. Hard to say. Alright, this is going to cost us 19 sanity to go to this question mark, but we will do it. Ooh. That looks like... Ooh, mosquitoes. Alright, we found a shrine. We arrived at a majestic structure, seemingly a holy shrine to the inhabitants of the region. The stone walls were covered with ornate engravings. A circle of dried-up blood had been drawn around the whole structure as a warning for anybody that dared to enter. I could swear I heard the sound of rushing water beneath our feet. Alright, let's enter the shrine. Before us lay some kind of ceremonial room. If this place held any riches, I knew that we'd find them here. Our steps echoed as we approached the sacred altar. Alright, we found a golden statue. This should stay where it is. And a tome page of Homebound. Alright, I'm gonna take it. It's not a day hesitation. This is exactly what it came for. We grabbed the treasure and hurried outside as enormous fountains of water burst through the ground and began to flood the surrounding area. We had to run like our lives depended on it or drown in the grand lake forming around us. Okay, so we have to get out of here. Let's see. It's going to cost us 30 to move there. Let's do that. Alright. Our sanity is pretty awful right now. So let's go ahead and use the rest of our cocoa leaves and another hit of whiskey. And then explore... What is this place? A shrine overhang. We arrived at a rock overhang. It would serve as a basic shelter against the elements. But we can rest here. Let's do that. We settled down to recuperate. Our morale was low as we rested by the fireplace. Filidufica had been scouring the area. As he returned, he told us that he had been here before and indicated some favorable locations for on our map. Ooh. Water caught up with me, and several items were washed away. No, we lost the statue. I wonder if we could have chosen to rest, not rest quite so much. All right, well, let's head for this location. This is a shipwreck. Alright, let's explore the shipwreck. Today we made a fantastic discovery. A decayed shipwreck had lain in front of us. As far as I could tell, it must have been some kind of pirate ship. It was a wonder that it hadn't collapsed yet. I tried to rediscover its name, the Madam Destiny. We will search it. This place surely retained some trinkets and so forth. We spread out and searched the area, so that took us a day. We found some dynamite and some rope. Okay. Not too much going on here. Let's head down here. Let's see. Do we have any sanity restoring items left? It is even capable of blowing passages through mountains. If I click on it, and click on this. Ooh, cool. Oh, and we unlocked a new expedition leader. We lost a standing with one of the natives. But that dramatically lowered the sanity cost for here. Alright, we will head in this direction. Looks like the lake is not facing us anymore. And this is, I think... Alright, we can level somebody up again. Costs us 2 region points to promote him now. Let's promote... Sure, you're going to stay with us, right? Let's promote you. I'll do my best. Alright, and we'll explore the pyramid. The majestic golden pyramid rose above its environment. We had overcome these lands. Enter the pyramid. After all the hardship, tremendous relief overcame me. I knew that my name would be written about long after I departed this life. I congratulated Bitu, but instead of happiness, I saw regret. She would never leave these sacred grounds. So if we had the right dice, we could try and convince her. There was no way to convince her otherwise. She decided to stay in her home country. Farewell. Success. Alright, we finished the expedition. However, we didn't really... Alright, we found the golden pyramid. We got 200 for being the first one there, but we have no gear. Because all of our stuff that we found got washed away. Open report. Oh, that takes me to a website. Alright, I don't want to do that. Okay. Finish expedition. Wow, that's loud. Alright, we can choose a perk. Waterproof, Eagle Eye, or Adept. I think I'll take the increased viewing distance. Being able to see ahead makes a big difference. Alright, so this is us. We finished with 310 fame. These guys had 350, 248, 227, and 172. Okay. Alright, so we're in second place after the first expedition. And now we have 2 options. So we can go to a mysterious jungle, or we can go to an old jungle. Mostly wide grasslands. A golden pyramid can be found in this region. Can I see what the... Okay. Can I do anything with these buttons? Apparently not. Alright, I'm just going to see what it starts us with, and then I'm probably... Actually, I'll probably just end this episode here. So, hopefully you enjoyed seeing my first expedition in Curious Expeditions. And if you did, be sure and click the like button. It's the first episode of a new series. It helps me figure out what you guys want to see, and it also helps promote the channel. And hopefully you'll be back as I continue my expeditions on my quest to become the most famous adventurer. Alright, until next time, have a terrific day.